My name is Pete McLeod. It's great to be here tonight. I'll tell you, this is a real change of pace for me to be at Calvary Chapel in Chino Valley. I just returned from performing at Caesars in Las Vegas. Well, actually, it was Little Caesars. I did 2 shows for one low price. Pizza. I thought I'd begin with my most difficult and dangerous trick of my entire show. Kids, do not try this at home, okay? Go to a neighbor's house and try it, but don't try it. Watch. Thank you. Thank you. It's a gift. This is great. Oh my. How many of you know Pastor Joe? How many of you know? Yay. Yeah. He's a great guy. I was talking to him, and you might even know about this, but he and his wife, in their spare time, they like to go hiking. That's one of the things they like to do. And he was telling me earlier tonight that they were hiking, and they came to this big, out in this meadow, and there was a hole in the ground, big hole in the ground. And Pastor Joe picked up a stone and tossed it into the hole just to hear how deep it was, you know, to hear the stone hit. Nothing, can't hear a thing. So then he found a larger boulder, kind of rolled that into this hole. He's listening. He can never hear the thing hit. It must be so deep. And then Pastor Joe told me that he and his wife found this great big railroad tie. They picked it up, they carried it over, they tossed it into the hole, and as they're sitting there listening, waiting and listening, all of a sudden, a goat, you said it was a goat, right?
It was a goat.
Yeah, a goat ran right over and jumped into this hole. I mean, the whole thing was so weird and so bizarre. They're trying to make sense out of this when a farmer came up and said, "Excuse me, folks, have you seen my goat?" Pastor Joe said, 30 seconds ago, a goat ran over and jumped into this hole. And the farmer said, "Well, that couldn't have been my goat because my goat was chained to a big, heavy railroad tie." I know. That wasn't a good idea. Oh, wow. Hey, are any of you here, is everyone here above 16 years of age? Oh, are some of you under 16? I wanted to show this to you, and I apologize. I didn't ask permission. If you're under 16, for just a minute, could you close your eyes? Because I don't want anyone to get in trouble. I want to show this to you, but you should be at least 16 or older. So if you're under 16, could you close your eyes just for a second? If you're under 16, are you under 16? Yeah, just close your eyes for a second, because I don't want anyone to be offended by this. Or I wanted to show this to you. Okay? Have you seen this? Is it okay for the younger kids to see this? Have you seen this? Really? Kids grow up so fast these days. You have a problem with this? How about that? First time I ever saw that, I go, "Whoa, look at that, wow." That is as far as this goes. No, I'll tell you, if you like that, I'll show you something. Now, is that something or what? You can go home and say, "Boy, we saw Pete McLeod tonight. He did a little of this, a little of that. It was really something." They'll probably say, "What?" Hope you like that. You put this away. Was that something or what? No, really, huh? Come on. Thank you. And you. Boy, I don't know if you guys know about this. You probably do. But if you don't want certain people calling you to solicit you for businesses and stuff on your phone, you can call this no-call thing, this do-not-call list. Are you familiar with that?
Yes.
I did that with my cell phone, but someone got through. And this is a guy, I'm not kidding you, it's kind of annoying to me. I mean, I know I'm really old, but he wants me to pre-plan my funeral. No, I'm not that excited about this. And so, but he's a really great salesman, and so he talked me into meeting with him and getting together with him. Anyway, and he had this whole thing he was going to show me. In fact, this is a whole thing for pre-planning my funeral. This is it. Yeah, this was what he was projecting for me and saying, here, sir, here's what you can have. This is going to be beautiful. You can just imagine all the people there just crying, missing you. They're going to have these beautiful, the curtains are made, he said, in France. And the entire casket is made in Austria, Austrian hardwood. It's beautiful. And I said, wow, well, how much is that? And he said, $47,000. I go, whoa, that's a little more than I had thought. He goes, okay, well, here's what we do. We can do this. Still beautiful. You still have the beautiful curtains in the casket. Only $37,500. That's a little more than I thought. He goes, okay, here's what we do. We have a beautiful casket here. You got the beautiful casket, still nice and everything. And I said, how much is this? $27,000. I said, man, that's a lot of money. He says, what do you do for a living? I said, well, I'm kind of a stand-up comic, maybe a little magician and stuff. And he goes, I have something for you. Yeah. And now you clap. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Thank you. Next time you can clap. This is good. Oh, wow, this is great. This is good. Hey, I don't know if this is going to work or not. I'm going to try something. With the young lady in the front row in the yellow, you can see right where you are. What is your name, miss? Morgan? Excellent memory. Morgan? I am going to try something. I'm going to try to mentally send you a number. I'm just going to think of it, send it to you mentally. And I'm just learning this, so it's going to be a single-digit number. It's either going to be 9876543 or 1. Okay? I'm thinking it. I'm sending to you right now. You should have a number in your mind right now. Are you thinking of one? You are? That's exactly what I thought she would say. No, you don't like it? Okay, thank you, both of you. This is good. Miss, in the third row, on the very end here, what is your name? I love that name. That was my name when I was a young girl. Anyway, Danielle, I have a prediction. I'm joking. My name was Brittany. No. Danielle, I have a prediction in here. If this works, it is going to be fantastic. I have a prediction. I would like you to think of the name of a famous person. Someone that if you said their name out loud, we would all, or at least the vast majority of us, would recognize the name, okay? And that's all I'm going to tell you. It can be any name at all, but are you thinking of someone right now? What is the name of the person you're thinking of? Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga. We're all familiar? You won't believe this, and I'm not kidding. Before I left home today, I placed a photograph in here of Lady Gaga. I am not kidding you. I mean, this is going to be, you guys will go crazy. No, I'm serious. I mean, she was very young at the time. I mean, wow. That's your poker face. You know, I was doing a thing for a big after-dinner banquet for a company just this last week, and I was doing this, and someone said, President Obama. No, I was ready. I was ready for that. I know what he's thinking in this picture. I need to change. Okay.
I know.
Would you guys like to see a picture of me when I was 2? Would you? Yeah? Okay, that's it. Picture of my kids. Okay, I should have stuck with President Obama. Okay, this is great. Oh, man, what a fun group. I need to give you a little test. Please don't worry, it's not difficult. It'll test your eyes and your brain. What you see and what you remember. Observation and memorization with this little board and this dot. Can all of you say 1 dot?
1 dot.
Excellent, class. On this side we have 4 dots. Can you say 4 dots?
4 dots.
Let's review on this side. 1 dot. Very good this side. 4 dots. Very good this side. 3 dots. Very good this side. 6 dots. Very good this side. 1. Were some of you having trouble seeing or remembering? I'm kidding you. I'm joking. Because see, when I say there's one, there's actually two. I cover one up, see? And then I do that again. I say there are four, but in reality, there's five. I cover one up. But now, I want you to think I cover one up. So I say three, like I'm covering the third one, but there's just the two. We've already covered that. And then I say six, but there's really just the five, which puts us back to the one, which is actually the two. Are we following along? I could keep doing this all night. I won't. I say six, but as you know, there's only the five on there. I've counted that. Then you say three, but you know, just the two. That's for sure. Then, of course, the eight. Ooh, boy, the eight. I don't even get that one. Yeah, sometimes they clap there. Most of the time they don't. And, wow, they did. I wasn't expecting that. This is great. Say, I was wondering if you would, Miss, would you do a favor? Could you just come up for one moment? Just, oh, you don't have to take that off, or you can. That's okay. Now you don't want to. She had her lay around her leg. That's fine. No, never mind. That's okay. I was just going to have you examine these two small little items. That's okay. I mean, it's just, I wanted you to examine them because I have no idea where they've been. And that's just a joke for me. Anyway, I'd like to show you an interesting thing with a piece of rope and a solid ring. The rings on the rope don't blink and don't cough, or else you'll miss when the ring comes off. Now, I know what you're thinking. This must be a trick. Or is it some kind of mysterious magic? I'll tell you the secret, because that is your hope. There's actually a little trap door in the rope. But hold your applause. And, oh, you are, yeah. Okay. This time I'll take the rope ends far away. I'll hold them while you watch the ring on rope sway. Then I'll continue just like I began as the rope melts off of the ring once again. Yeah, they usually start clapping about there. Not all of you. Thank you. Not all of you. That's all right. Thank you. Appreciate that. I really am trying to be painfully fair by holding this solid ring right in mid-air, and so it should come as no surprise to see the ring penetrate before your eyes. I personally like that one. But thank you, and you, all of you are building. Some of you may think that you need some new glasses because each penetration far surpasses the ones just performed in the immediate past, but you ain't seen nothing yet. I saved the best till last. I'm holding the rope's ends. I'm holding the ring. You're about to experience an amazing thing, I hope. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not pause to give me my well-deserved thunderous applause. If you'd ever like to see me do this again at one of your parties or gatherings, just give me a ring. Thanks so much. Wow, wow, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4th row back, 2nd seat in. Young girl with a pink colored 1, 2, 3 rows back, 2nd, 3rd, okay, let's go, okay, 4th row. Miss, yeah, would you be willing to come up and help me? And bring the guy next to you with you. Yeah, there we go. You can come, this is great. You can come right over here if you'd like to. This is perfect. Thank you so much. This is great. And thank you. And you can stand on this side. Sir, you can stand right over here if you would. On this side, you can stand right here if you would. This is great. My name is Pete McLeod. What is your name?
Abel.
Abel? It's a pleasure to meet you, Abel. And your name is? Matthew. Matthew and Abel. Have you ever been together in show business before?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time together on the stage, would you welcome the lovely and talented Abel and the amazing,
You met him?
one more time, Matthew. Let's give him a nice round of applause. Abel, Matthew, nice to meet you guys. Now this is going to be a little weird. Don't worry about it. I think you're going to have a good time. Oh, hey, is there a way that you could put that in your pocket or whatever? What is that? Oh, that's very nice. Yeah, very good. That's great. Good. You guys are going to help me. I know this is going to sound weird, but it's going to be okay because it's very, it's a love story. Yeah, I know. That's okay. You're good. Matthew, right? Matthew, you're going to help me because this is a little This is a little thing right here. I don't know if you can see him back there. This is a little friend, yeah. This is a friend of mine. His name is Buddy. Buddy Rabbit, right there. And Matthew, what I'm going to ask you to do with Buddy, I'm going to ask you to take him and squeeze him as tightly as you can in your left hand. Your other left hand, that one. Just squeeze right there, hold it tight, and don't let go until I ask you. Because this is a love story. It's true. Buddy has a girlfriend. Her name is Hedda. This is Hedda Hare. Thank you, and you, and you. I'm going to place Hedda in my hand just like that. You have Buddy in yours. I have Hedda in mine. But this is a love story. They love to be together. They don't like to be apart. They love to be together. They don't like to be apart. If you open your hand, some of the people might clap. Some people do. You know he was a magician? Way to go, Matthew. I appreciate it. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these two. I'm going to take little Buddy and Hedda. I'm going to ask you, Abel, in your right hand, if you would squeeze them as tightly as you can in your right hand. Very good. Squeeze. Turn your hand over. Put your other hand underneath, if you would, just like that. Don't help me with this. Because can you show your left hand completely empty? Just like that. Close your left hand tightly. At the count of 3, I'm going to make one of those bunnies jump from Abel's hand into Matthew's hands at the count of 3. 1, 2 weeks ago I was doing this, and they go, that's impossible. And the truth is, it is impossible. I have no idea how to do that. But it did. You were excited for a second, weren't you? I know, I was too. Does anyone know what the date is today, the actual date? What? No. 2/22/13. Is it February 22?
February 23rd.
I am not supposed to let those two be alone together in a warm, dark place on 2/22/13. Can you turn your hand over, Abel? Quickly open your hand. And, oh my God! Oh no! That's what I was afraid of. Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing Abel and Matthew. You can go back. Thank you, guys. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Yeah. Don't worry, you guys. I'll pick these up. Yeah. Let the old man pick them up. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. I know what you're thinking. Was that something or what? Wow, way to go, you guys. This is great. Hey, Matthew, I have a question for you. Does this look familiar? No? Oh, that's mine. That would have been cool, though. Huh? I don't know how these guys do that. I have no idea. That's something. Oh, very, very good. Wow. Well, hey, this is Aloha Night. So, with that in mind, I thought I had just a little bit of flavor from the islands. Just a second here if I get this. It was easy to get off. I just can't put it back on. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Well, many years ago, before any of you were born, maybe before all of your parents were even born, there was a group, a band, called America's Band. And they used to sing about cars and surfing and girls, and not in that order. And I thought, maybe a little Hawaiian with the ukulele here, I would do a song for you tonight, if they were still really writing songs. Now, they're still performing, and I'm sure you've heard of the Beach Boys, you young people, and your music. So I thought I would do a little song for you if the Beach Boys were writing songs today. Here's one that they might do. They might. Well, she got her daddy's phone, and she's talking like there's something to prove now. Thank you. Rocking up charms, says she's really, really into a groove now. Talking so much, she'll have to have it surgically removed now. But she'll have phone till her daddy takes the cell phone away. Yeah, she'll have phone till her daddy takes the cell phone away. Well, here's another song that they might, if they were out in the parking lot right here tonight, this might be a song that they would sing, maybe. doubt it, but maybe. No, they would sing, yeah. He goes, well, Lutheran girls are hip. I really dig the styles they wear. Southern Baptist girls and the way they talk knock you out when you are there. And the Methodists have certain styles that they wear every day. But listen, and I think you'll agree with what I'm gonna say. I wish they all could be Calvary Chapel. I wish they all could be Calvary Chapel. I wish they all could be Calvary Chapel girls. Thank you very much. That's really good. What, should I do a classical piece, just one in closing or not?
Yes.
Yeah? This is in memory of a wonderful woman. Her name was Margaret Maggie McKinstry. She was one of the great ukulele players of all time. And what made her so great is that she was a minimalist composer. One of her great songs that she did was this. That was one of the great songs that she wrote. But as time went on, that was one of the absolute great songs that Maggie McKinstry ever wrote in her time. It's a beautiful song when you think about it. Some people weep when they hear it. But I've done something tonight, and actually I've embellished this just a little bit by adding 5 notes to her beautiful. And I would now, this is my tribute to Maggie McKinstry, former ukuleleist. Good. Wow. Well, I never know for sure how people are going to respond to my tricks or my jokes, because growing up I didn't want to be a stand-up comic or a magician. I wanted to be a doctor, but my parents insisted I become a magician. So. Thank you. I'll tell them. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I, Mr. Pete McLeod, am going to attempt to do what I consider to be the most incredible trick you will ever see from a performer in my price range. Oh. Thank you. Thank you very much. With a clenched fist, a brightly colored scarf, ladies and gentlemen, the production of a dove. Watch. One more time, the production of a dove. Where's the bird? Sorry, no. Watch. 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 Okay, sorry. Okay, I'll do something else. You did like it. Oh, you did like it? This is my pet bird. His name is Larry. Larry Bird. And, yeah. No, he can fly. Could you fly him back up to me at the count of 3? Want to keep her away from those spotted owls. Well, this is Larry. He doesn't do anything at all. He does one trick, but it's so embarrassingly bad I never have him do it in public unless he gets a request. So I'll just put him away because he seriously? Wow. Well, that was unexpected. Larry, are you prepared to do your one trick tonight here at Calvary Chapel? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Larry Bird. He's doing his impression of a grandfather clock. I told you, you like it. You're killing me, Larry. Okay, anyway, that's good. Wow, well, normally I wouldn't take the time during my program to fold up my scarf, but I have another show coming up in September, and so I want to be ready for that. This is so nice. You know, this really has nothing to do with my program. This last week was a very, very emotional week for me. I am a very, very slow starter, and I have a very, very small daughter. And this last week, my little girl, Mandy, started walking. And thank you. Well, thank you. She started walking because she got her car repossessed. And you can imagine how very upsetting to me. I'll tell you, though, it did not keep her out of the mall. South Coast Plaza voted my daughter MVP, most valuable purchaser. So anyway, she's on the all-mall team. I know you're thinking, was that something or what? But I have 2 kids. Well, actually, I have 4, but 2 are adopted, and I never could get anyone to take those other 2. And I see some looks of envy over here. Just kidding, because Mom and Dad love you. Yeah, right. Anyway, this is a true story. I always tell it in every one of my shows. I really have 2 kids. My daughter Mandy lives in New York City. She manages an ophthalmology office in Manhattan, which she just quit her job. And that is a true story. And my daughter had a very, 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 very nice job. She made a lot of money. She's giving it all up. I'm not kidding you. And in 2 weeks, she's going to Uganda to work in an orphanage. And that is a true story. And it warms my heart more than anything. I will tell her, seriously, now. If she's doing that, my son JP, you'd like him. He just graduated from UC San Diego. I have 2 kids. I wish you could meet them, really. If they weren't my kids, I would like to meet them. I mean, really, I love them. I thank God for them every day. And my son JP, he is 6'2". I don't know where he got that from. I'm only 5'10". Unless you go by the weight chuck, then I'm 6'4". But have any of you ever slept kind of weird? You get like a stiff neck? You ever done? I did that last night. I don't know what I did. I don't know if you can hear this, but sometimes I can get my back. I don't know if you can hear it, but I know it sounds real. It's not, but it's. I spend a lot of time alone in my room, and sometimes when I go over to my grandmother's house, I have to get something out of a low cupboard. Granny's in bed for a week. My grandma hates me, but it's sad. Yeah. Have any of you here ever been in Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts? Anyone? What were you in, Miss? Oh, Girl Scouts. You never. Yeah. Well, the very first night I was ever in Boy Scouts, they were going to teach us how to tie knots with a rope. And this is one that I actually invented. I made this up myself. It's called roping a calf. Roping. That went over better over in Norco. But anyway, the first knot they were going to teach us is called the overhand knot. You just put one of the ends of the rope over the other end. But I was thinking it'd be so cool if I could figure out a way to do you see this regularly? I hate to admit this in front of all of you kids, but they kicked me out of Boy Scouts. I wrecked the ropes. What good are ropes with no ends and just middle? But they said to me, they said, Pete McLeod, they said that because that's my name. They said, Pete McLeod, if you could come back, if you could reverse the process, yeah, we'll let you back. Thank you. That's nice. Oh, this is good. Well, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Pete McLeod, that's the most incredible rope trick I've ever seen. Plus, you're a walking fashion statement. But could you possibly do that again? Of course I can, and thank you for those kind thoughts. Now, this time, I'm going to tie not just one knot, but 2 knots. I call this the dreaded knot. Knot. No, knot. Sam and Janet. Sam and Janet evening.